Good evening, everyone. It is time for Real Hair Revelations. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Always excited to talk to you guys. We're going to wait till a few people join. Tonight, we're going to be talking about weed, aka marijuana, aka Mary Jane, aka Sticky Icky. Is all that stuff, any of that, going to grow your hair? There are a lot of companies who are starting to jump on the bandwagon. They're jumping on the bandwagon of the CBD train, and they are adding this product, CBD, which I'll explain what that is in a moment. They're adding it to products, hair products. And we're going to talk about if that is really just another fad, is another trend, is it really going to help do anything for your hair? Is it just something that they're putting in the product to sell stuff to you? What is it? Is it going to be of any use to you at all? So welcome, Silence. Congratulations again on winning our contest. Hey, Jewel. Good evening, Danita. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you guys for your patience last week as I was not able to do Real Hair Revelations. We had a slight emergency and couldn't make it. But thank you guys for your well wishes and your prayers. Everything is fine. I appreciate that. So let's get into this. This should be a pretty quick RHR, but you know, I feel like I say that sometimes and it's still not always quick because we get into the conversation and questions start getting asked and I answer them. So who knows how long it'll take, but I have a feeling that this one will be pretty quick. Hey, Eva. Hey, Margie. Hey, Ebony. Hello, Lee. How is everyone this evening? Okay. Listen. Oh, and thank you guys for all your love while I was in Mexico. I had the best time. So much fun. Got to take my son, who was 7, went with my boo, and we just had a blast. So thank you for the love while I was away. Okay. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Michelle. Yes, if you are an OG, do me a favor and comment OG. If you are a newbie, comment newbie. And if you're watching this on replay, type replay so I know that you are joining us after we went live. All right, so no matter when you join, whether you are live or whether you are watching a replay, if you are OG or if you're a newbie or you kind of somewhere in the middle, all of you are welcome, and I'm so grateful to have you on with me tonight. All right, let's get into this topic. All right, CBD is, I don't know what it stands for technically, but CBD is essentially the part of a marijuana plant that does not create the high, right? That people tend to get when they smoke weed, right? It is used in medicinal purposes a lot of times. It does absolutely help or can help with cognitive things. So, we all know people who have a weed card, a marijuana card, if you live in a state where that's legal. We all know people who just smoke it and say that, it makes them feel better, what have you. That is people who are getting high off of weed. CBD, however, usually comes in the form of an oil, or it may comes in a serum or something like that, and you literally put it on your tongue and you consume it. It can come in other forms as well, but that's the most common way. And it can help for cognitive challenges. When it comes to your hair. Now, again, this is you taking it internally, right? It kind of works almost like a vitamin would. You take it internally and it kind of helps do whatever it's supposed to do. However, when it comes to your hair, it has no effect on your hair growth, your hair health, your hair thriving or not thriving. It's not going to do anything topically for your hair, or even if you take it internally, it's not going to do anything for your hair, right? Here's the bandwagon that I have to get on. I've talked about this. Thank you, Eva. I've talked about this before, and I'll talk about it again. There are trendy ingredients that companies hop on the train of when they know that consumers are not so sure about what it's going to do or what it's supposed to do. So it sounds like a good idea. They hop on the train and get everybody excited, and people take the stuff, buy the stuff, and it doesn't do anything for yourself, for your hair, right? All right, so think about a few years ago when Argan Oil was all the rage, right? Everybody, nobody had ever even heard of argan oil before, right? Some company came out with it. Next thing you know, everybody and their grandmother has an argan oil. Kim Kardashian had an argan oil. And we know Kim Kardashian ain't sitting around mixing up no oils for hair products, right? But she had her own brand of argan oil. Everybody had argan oil. Argan oil is not as hot as it was before, although you can obviously still find it, but it's not everywhere like it was at that time, right? The new thing is CBD. And Eco Gel has come out with a CBD gel. Now, gels are designed to lay down your edges. They're designed to maybe help define your curls a little bit. They're not going to help grow your hair. So when you go to the store, it literally has a weed leaf on the jar, right? It literally has a marijuana leaf on the jar to signify marijuana, obviously. But this is also a buzzword, right? So remember when we talked about things are on the front of a label. When something's on the front of the label, that is generally all marketing. There are very few things on the front of a label that are regulated by the FDA, including CBD, right? So, at least in this case, right? So, it has the weed leaf on the front. It says CBD oil in it. You look at the ingredients, it's actually way down toward the bottom of the list. And if you recall, we talked about this before, where companies will take a trendy ingredient and they'll just put it in the product in any sort of form, even if it's the last ingredient, just to be able to say without lying that it's infused with this particular ingredient. Now, if you know anything about ingredients, what's at the top of the list is what's most prevalent. What's at the bottom of the list, it has very little in there. If CBD is toward the bottom of the list, that means it's almost none in there anyway to begin with. But they put it in there to be able to say, it's called an ingredient story. Okay, that's what brands call it internally. And in the industry, it's an ingredient story. So what ingredient story are you selling? This is all marketing, right? What ingredient story are you selling to the people? And so in this case, the ingredient story is that it has CBD. And people have been hearing about CBD. It's been, some companies companies who are selling it for medicinal purposes, it's very, very hot. It's also being... some states are trying to shut it down, some states are not, that sort of thing. And I have a little bit of an unfair advantage in this space because Bay actually sells CBD oil for his job, in addition to other things that he sells as well. But one of the things that he sells is CBD oil